Greetings and welcome to the fourth episode of the World Numismatic News' Canadian Penny Varieties You Should Know. In this episode, I'll be taking a closer look at the so-called shoulder strap varieties of the early 1950s. This story essentially begins in England with the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. A new monarch demanded a new obverse portrait for both British and Commonwealth coinage. This task fell to Mary Gillick, who designed what is now known as the Queen's first portrait or the laureate portrait. Now, the problem that was soon revealed with this design is that it was simply not in the proper relief for a circulating coin strike, causing certain details to simply not strike up under normal operating conditions. The shoulder proved especially problematic where the lines representing a fold in Her Majesty's dress, or what some people have termed a shoulder strap, owing to the obvious similarities thereto, would simply not appear on the coin, making it appear, at least to some, as though the young queen's shoulder was bare, or topless, I guess, which was considered, especially at the time, to be quite inappropriate. So, according to legend, Thomas Shingles, the chief engraver of the Royal Canadian Mint, took it upon himself to resolve the matter, lowering the coin's relief and simultaneously strengthening the details in the shoulder and the hair, in so doing effectively creating the varieties that we will be discussing here. Now, in higher grade coins, especially mint state coins, the difference between the two varieties is immediately apparent and very easy to spot. However, in mid-circulating and especially lower grade coins, it can become a little more difficult because the affected areas of the design are placed at the highest points on the relief. They tend to become worn down first, making comparison quite troublesome or, in some cases, simply impossible. In such a case, it is worth noting that the portrait was not the only portion of the design that was affected. Especially and most notably, pay attention to the letter I in day on the obverse. On the no shoulder strap variety, the I has notably flared serifs compared to the shoulder strap variety where the I is very straight and almost doesn't have serifs at all. On a similar note, the shoulder strap variety also has the same I pointing towards one of the rim denticles, whereas the no shoulder fold variety has the center of the letter pointing between two denticles instead. With this in mind, it should become very easy to identify the two varieties in nearly any grade. Now, because the design alterations took place relatively late in the year, the 1953 no shoulder strap variety is the more abundant of the two, generally speaking making the shoulder strap variety for 1953 worth slightly more in most cases. In August of 2015, a PCGS graded 1953 no shoulder fold Canadian Penny variety with a grade of SP65 was sold at auction for $517. And in 2013, an Unox graded MS65 red 1953 coin with the shoulder strap was sold at auction for $763. Now, normally this story would end right there, and all coins moving forward should be of the newly adopted shoulder strap design. However, in both 1954 and 1955, a few coins were inadvertently also struck with the older no shoulder fold obverse dies. The exact reason for this is unknown, but what is known is that the 1954 no shoulder strap coins at least appear to have been struck with a proof-like die, as almost all of the coins discovered have proof-like qualities, as they were most likely intended for use in collector's sets. One of these 1954 no shoulder fold varieties was sold at auction in 2014, graded by PCGS as proof-like 67 red for $2,115. Then, in 1955, a small number of pennies were again struck using the no shoulder fold obverse. This is by far the scarcest of all of the coins discussed in this video, and the fully red examples are all but unknown, with most of the coins of this variety falling into the brown category, such as this coin graded by PCGS at MS63 brown, which was sold at auction in 2018 for $660. The auction record, however, for this type belongs to another PCGS graded coin, this time with a grade of MS64 red, which was sold in 2006 for $5,175. Now, just a quick note to avoid any confusion. Throughout this presentation, I've referred to the varieties as shoulder fold or shoulder strap. These are referring to the same thing. The two terms are considered interchangeable and either would be acceptable. If you liked this video, then be sure to check out the previous videos in this series as well. In the next episode, I'll be taking a look at the 1965 Canadian penny varieties. If there is any specific variety that you'd like me to take a closer look at, then be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to WNN and activate notifications by pressing the bell icon if you haven't already. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a great day.